Hello and welcome to cookbookslive.com. I'm Steve Fries, your host. In today's economy, people want to cut costs. And comfort food has always been defined as hearty, feel-good meals that possesses the ability to brighten the mood while filling the stomach. Quick, cheap, comfort food, the book in front of me, 100 plus fresh recipes for meals in a hurry, teaches you how these satisfying dishes can now be prepared quickly and at a fraction of the cost of fast foods. Fast foods, as we know, has been in the news, something that's not too healthy for us. But this book is the solution for every hurried, hungry household that's craving for delicious, nutritious meals. From chicken pot pie and spaghetti and meatballs to mac and cheese and beef stews, there are chapters that are dedicated to breakfast, canned foods like sandwiches and pizza, soups, stews, chowders, special occasion meals, one-dish dinners, greens and vegetables, side dishes, and even sweets. They can't leave out those sweets, can they? Each recipe includes some interesting symbols that indicate to the reader the actual cost per serving, the prep and the cooking time, and tips on variations, slow cooker meals that cook all day that are ideal for making ahead of time, and using later in the week. Why not prepare some stuff in advance that you can then use later in the week? There's even a section that's dedicated to stocking your pantry. Some of us take that for granted, but we really need to know how to stock the pantry so we have whatever we need when we want it. How to stock the refrigerator, how to stock the freezer. That allows you to have a wide variety of items available to cook your meal at your fingertip, even at such short notice. A section of time and money saving tips is also provided in this little book. For example, don't throw away your stale bread. Well, what do you do with it? Well, the book suggests that you pulse it in your food processor to make breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs will last for quite a while. Or place crumbs and then place the crumbs in a Ziploc bag and freeze it until needed later on. And then the Did You Know section provides very interesting cooking tips, such as use 1/3 of the amount of dried herbs if substituting for fresh herbs. Let's look at a recipe on page 76 for chicken pot pie. Chicken pot pie is something that a lot of people consider to be one of the key comfort foods. And the beginning of the recipe, it states, 4 in 20 blackbirds are not baked in this pie, but chicken pot pie is thought to date back as far as the Middle Ages, when it was called a savory tart. Did you know that? I didn't know that it was called a savory tart. Chefs in the royal kitchens of England and France consider the dish one of their most elaborate. Whoever thought that chicken pot pie would be called elaborate? This one is showy, but it is also easy. And the recipe calls for whole cooked onions, baby carrots, butter, flour, 2 cups of collagen rotisserie chicken bold stock, heavy cream, half and half, black pepper, salt, dried margarine, delicatessen rotisserie chicken cut up in bite-sized pieces. I know many of us today are a little lazy and we buy those chickens already made, but I guess if you wanted to roast your own chicken, you could do that as well, but this is a time-saving tip. A cup of chopped celery, sliced fresh button mushrooms, frozen peas, and a package of frozen puff pastry shell. And of course, tells you number of minutes, real exact, 31 minutes. Serve 6 people. And then a little note on the bottom, you can freeze pot pies after the initial prep stage before adding the puff pastry. Thaw as many pot pies as you need and bring them to room temperature. And then bake the pot pies and puff pastry as instructed above. A few of the other recipes, Grand Marnier strawberry almond shortcake. Again, you notice I picked the desserts. Death by chocolate mousse trifle, pasta vajol, Asian vegetable chicken dumpling soup, and on and on and on. So you can see that with a little book like this, you can prepare some comfort foods that we all want these days. Makes us feel like we are enjoying some rich food at home rather than eating in the fast food restaurants. So I really suggest that this book be purchased. It's a fairly inexpensive book, $14.95. From the Delia Viking Studio in Wallingford, Connecticut, I'm Stephen Fries for cookbookslive.com.